Well, what a magnificent day it is on the 26th of April 2016. I'm your host, Jamie McNichol for Blood, Sweat and Metal, coming to you live here to YouTube with the exclusive interviews as I always do every single week. And this is just a massive thrill. I've been working on this for the last 2 years. People say to me, you want to achieve in life, dream big. Don't let anything get in your way. And that's what I have done. And today, early this morning, Australian time, I managed to interview one of my favourite bands I have, Steel Panther. That's right, Steel Panther is on Blood, Sweat and Metal. I'm speaking to Stix the drummer. And I've got my headband on. I've got my Steel Panther t-shirt on. I am thrilled. I am wrapped. And I want to say thank you to Collision Course who lined this interview up over the course of the last 2 weeks. I kept it under wraps. I didn't tell you anything on my social media site. Matter of fact, my partner threatened to change my password for Facebook if I spat anything out of a thrill to anybody. But no, I kept it under wraps. I kept it in the secrecy of myself. And early this morning, I had about a 15-minute interview with Stix from Steel Panther. We had plenty of laughs, plenty of questions. Bit of a question about the first single that was released off the latest studio album, All You Can Eat, which was Party Like the End of the World. In the background, when they had the party in the house, there was another single that wasn't actually released yet because no one knew what other songs were on the album as the first single was released. In the background, there was another single played over the music, and it was Glory Hole, and that wasn't even released as a single. As a matter of fact, it was released as a single not long after, or just before, I should say, for the 2013 Spread the Disease tour of Australia. They play that live here in Australia, and that kicked it off being a single, an official single. So we spoke about that. We also spoke about the difference between the music and the business side of things, and Stix puts his 2 cents worth in. And also, I asked him a question at the start, why do they give Lexi so much shit? And you'll hear it exclusively here on Blood, Sweat and Metal. I can't keep a smile off my face. I've been a fan since 2008 when this band started out, and they were doing the gigs at the Whiskey back in America, and some of my friends here who've been over to America said, Jamie, you've got to check this out. Bit like Spinal Tap on steroids. They've got the gimmick, they've got the characters, they've got the comedy, and they've got all that type of jazz. And they used to get special guests up on stage to do a cover song, and there's been plenty of guests over the years that joined Steel Panther on stage. I've seen them about 4 times already, and I'm just thrilled I'm going to be seeing them again in June. I did say in the interview it's July, so excuse me for that. That's a mistake that I made. It is June. They are coming around for another tour of Australia. I'll be there personally here in Adelaide. I'll be in the meet and greet section. I have got an exclusive meet and greet with Steel Panther. This will be the 3rd time that I actually met Steel Panther. Met them in 2013. Met them in Melbourne in 2015 on the sideshow for Flash. And now I'm meeting them again in June when they come around. This is just phenomenal. All the hard work has been paying off, and I'm getting some of these bands on my bucket list on this show, and it takes a lot of hard work and contacting the right people and creating some type of communication behind the scenes with these people that allow Blood, Sweat and Metal to interview, including what I do. You know, I do about 5 to 8 different interviews a week, and I put them up when I can, and this is going straight up. I'm not wasting any time for this one. This one's going straight up. And it's just amazing how over the course of the 2 years that we've been doing Blood, Sweat and Metal, things are starting to roll onto bigger things. And I remember the very first episode of Blood, Sweat and Metal, I had a gamer mic talking to David. The video quality wasn't that great, the sound quality wasn't great, but we still got over 1,000 views for that. But that look back, that's how far we had come over the last 2 years. And if you want to see all the interviews we have done, please go to YouTube, and also, if you can, go to Podomatic, because some of these interviews have been put up on Podomatic. Just type in Blood, Sweat and Metal on the Podomatic channel and listen to all the interviews that I've done in there as well. I will be backlogging some of the interviews that YouTube had taken down due to whatever reasons. I will be putting them back up. And mind you, you think I have a buzz doing these interviews, you guys are going to have a bigger buzz just to listen to some of the stories and answers of the questions that I mean, here's the thing. Before I got onto doing Blood, Sweat and Metal, I've been listening and reading from other journalists and other radio stations when they do their interviews, how more generic questions, the same old type of questions being asked and being thrown around, and I start putting myself into the members of the band's perspective, that they must be sick and tired getting asked the same question. I know it's for publicity and these people need to do it, but there are some people out there on radio and they get these guests on their show and they have no idea what the band's about, who they've done. I mean, I'll tell you a story before I wrap it up and get you the interview straight up. Back in 2013, my partner and I were at the airport meeting Kiss before the Clipsal with Motley Crue. There was a reporter from the Advertiser here in Adelaide. Had no idea that Peter Criss and Ace Frehley already left the band many years prior to 2013. Asking me questions. Who's in the band now? Is Ace and Peter still in the band? Rah, rah, rah. Now, I look back at it and I think to myself, this must have been a rush job, because this guy obviously came straight from the office to the airport, spur of a moment thing. Didn't really know much about the band. He knows who Gene is, he knows who Paul Stanley, but other than that, know nothing about Kiss. And this is why I come down to some of these media people out in the world, they have no idea who the band is, right? Now, I get interviews and sometimes I don't even know who the band is. But before I do the interview, I go through all the history of the band. I read up the bio, I check them out, I find out who they are, listen to their material and take it from there. Now, I'll tell you this. None of these interviews are scripted. I don't have a sheet of paper with all the questions I want to ask. It comes off the top of my head. And 9 times out of 10, I stump these guests that comes onto the show. About 8 or so out of 10, I do know who the bands I'm talking to, the members I'm talking to. But there have been a few occasions that I've just recently discovered the band. But that's why I got in there. I got into doing what I do for Blood, Sweat and Metal because 1, I love the music scene. 2, I am a fan of the music. And 3, to give back from a fan perspective to you guys who are also fans of the music, metal, rock, punk scene around the world. I know there's people out there who are picky. They want the big name bands like Iron Maiden. I'm working on it. People want Metallica. People want Megadeth. Hey, I had Dave Ellison on last year. I mean, if we can get Dave Mustaine on, it'll be cool. But you've got to take it as it comes. Remember, this took me 2 years to get Steel Panther on. I always wanted Steel Panther on the show. I tried to get them on for Soundwave on Blood, Sweat and Metal for Blood, and it didn't work. Somehow, some people in Soundwave didn't want to do anything. They blame the band not talking to the media outlets out there. Well, sometimes you got to bite the pill. Be patient. I know that is a hard work and word to follow. Be patient. It will come. You work hard at it, things will come eventually. Not now. And like I said, this morning, Steel Panther rang my home phone. That's how it is. They rang my home phone. And I am thrilled. I mean, many people said if I had one last interview, who will it be? I said, if I knew if I was dying tomorrow, it would be Paul McCartney. And, you know, I've got many other bucket list interviews I want to do before that even comes around the corner. You know, yes, I've been suffering from heartburn and the last couple of days, but I've been crook earlier in the week. But hey, I'm still alive, I'm still kicking. Probably need a shave. My mum says I need a haircut. The reason why I haven't cut it yet, I'm waiting for the Iron Maiden concert to finish. And then Steel Panther to finish. And then maybe after Steel Panther, I'll cut my hair and then regrow it again. But till now, it's staying on my hair. Might not. Many people think I look like, walking down the street, look like Dimebag Darrell. Not saying I am. I'm just hearing on the street, there's Dimebag. No, Dimebag's up there, you know. But thank you. I'll take the credit when credit's due. But no, I'm not Dimebag. I'm Jamie. But anyway, check out the dates for Steel Panther. Go to their Facebook page, go to the Twitter page, go to the website. Tickets are still available at the media outlets that they're going through. Also, Blackstone Cherry with the opener. They were going to come to Australia on their own, but now they decided to pull that and join Steel Panther to be the opening band for that tour. Please go and check them out. They've got some new material out over the last couple of months. Check it out. They're getting somewhere. They are really getting somewhere. Also, if you want to follow Blood, Sweat and Metal, here are the places to check. Down below here on the YouTube feed, there's a subscribe button. Click on that. Cost you nothing. I don't want your money. I don't want anything. I just want your support. And if you don't give us support, well, God bless you too. But down there, the sum up. Give us a sum up. Also, go to Facebook, Blood, Sweat and Metal Facebook page. Like us, share the name out, get your friend, get whoever you can think of who may be a fan of metal, rock, punk, what have you, to come and like us on Facebook page. Also, Twitter. I'm a very active person on Twitter. I post this interview up and I do other things on there as well. So Blood, Sweat and Metal is up on Twitter. I'm also on Twitter. Come and like me as well if you want to, you know. Please go to our Podomatic, iTunes, and TuneIn channel. I will be doing a full-length episode of new content singles that has been released over the last couple of weeks. I haven't done one for a couple of weeks due to me being busy, and we had a little bit of a scare. I won't go into it in too much detail. We had a bit of a health scare. That has been gone. It's been vaporized now. It's gone. So we had a bit of a health scare, and I'll lay back off that. But anyway, I will be doing a new full-length episode of Blood, Sweat and Metal with new material, singles from bands around the world. Also, this coming Thursday, I will be talking to Adelaide's finest metal band, Headball. That's right, I've been following these bands for over 4 years now. I have spoken to Headball in one of the earliest episodes of Blood, Sweat and Metal about 2 years ago. Well, now they've got a new album coming out very shortly, less than 2 weeks away. Is a festival here in Adelaide called Heavy SA Metal, or Heavy Metal SA. All the bands are featured from South Australia, so there'll be no interstate bands or overseas, all South Australian metal bands, and it's a whole day event at Fowler's Live. I will be speaking to Headball, the lead singer Andrew Fish, which I normally call him Fish, that's his nickname. So he'll be joining me on Thursday night. But anyway, I've got to stop rambling on. I've got to get this up as soon as possible. Here is Steel Panther. Put your shockers up. And I will say this. There might be some explicit material on here. I do not hold any responsibility. This is unedited, unscripted. What is said in this interview is the way it came out. If you are under the age of 12, get your mum and dad to educate you. Do not go and listen to Justin Bieber or One Direction. Go and listen to Steel Panther. They might educate you on some sexual education. That's right. Get them to get you a Steel Panther album. Or actually, get them to buy you a ticket to see Steel Panther. There's plenty of foreign objects that you see. And some things you'll probably know, more so that beautiful eyes. Not up here. You get it. There's eyes everywhere. There's beautiful eyes. Big ones, round ones, small ones, in between ones, eyes. So anyway, this is Stix from Steel Panther. It's been an absolutely awesome day. I better get off. And one thing I always say to you fans, for me to you, stay thirsty for metal. Catch up. Here it is. How you going, man?
Hey, man, how are you, dude?
Good, man. It's absolutely an awesome pleasure. I'm a huge fan of you guys. Doing blood, sweat, and metal here in Australia. You guys are looking forward to come back down to Australia. Also, I did tweet you several months ago because there was a bit of news on the streets that there was a bit of word saying that it might take a while for you guys to come back to Australia, but lo and behold, you're coming back to Australia in July. You guys are looking forward to it, man.
Of course we're looking forward to it. I love coming down to Australia. You guys know how to party, and your ladies are very good looking.
Yeah. I've got to ask you this. On the latest DVD, CD, you guys gave Lexi so much crap. Because you were caught having sex with some mother on the couch. He walked in, busted you guys. You guys just love giving Lexi so much shit, but he gives it back to you. You guys are like brothers. How is that for Lexi? I mean, this is your show now. I mean, you basically more or less the quiet person behind the drums. This is your interview. This is your show. So whatever you say here, Lexi, Stix, the floor is yours. I hold no grudges to any of the people that think this is edited out. But how did you get away with giving Lexi so much shit?
You know, I would not give him so much shit if his mom was not that hot. But because she's super duper hot, I mean, that's the price he's going to pay for his mom being so good looking. And you know what? You said it. We are like brothers. It's like being married to three dudes who are your brothers, which is really fucked up and incestuous. But it's that's how it is when you're in a band. And, you know, we get along great, but sometimes you just got to drop the hammer.
Mm. And it's also great to see you guys being so energetic and so out there. I mean, the record labels that you guys with, wanting you guys to be more radio friendly. But with Michael Starr being the head person of the band, you guys say, screw that, this is who we are. If you don't like it, lump it, so to speak. Because when you brought out The Burden of Being Wonderful off the latest studio album, All You Can Eat, that was more like a laid-back type of song. But that was more like a tongue-in-cheek type of song as well, because the record labels are starting to, you know, want you guys to be more serious. But you guys
just love having fun, love to party, love to screw and take many drugs that you can.
We do love doing all of those things that you just mentioned. I mean, how can you not love doing it? We've been able to create a band and be in this band as an extension of ourselves and sing about the things that we love. I can't think of a better way or a better job to have.
Mm. Well, how do you personally see the music industry as yourself? I mean, take away the gimmick, take away the humour and all that. How do you personally see the music industry as a whole? It's music and industry like oil and water because they don't mix, because music is one thing, the industry is another thing, but how can you combine them two together to be one combination?
Well, it's not easy especially because people get their music for free now. They hear it on, one person buys the record and they post it, and then everybody can watch YouTube for free. It's a strange time that we live in, to be in a band and be in to actually make music and have that be the way that you live, because there's a lot of people not paying for the stuff that we create,
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know. The music business is, I don't love the business part of it. It's not cool. Mm. Music and rocking is really fun, and it makes people happy, and it's killer, and I love it.
Yeah.
But the business end of it, I'm not a huge fan of.
Yeah. I mean, I've been following you guys since 2008, and you guys been exploding all over the world. I mean, the last headline tour in Australia that you guys did with Fozzy and Buckcherry was STD. This time around, I don't even know what the title of the tour is with Blackstone Cherry. Is it AIDS? Is it having sex all night? What is the name of this tour? Because last one was STD. The other one before that was something else. What is the name of the title of this tour?
Hey, you know what? That's a really good question. I don't know. I don't think we've named this tour.
Yeah. I have not seen the name. All I know it's a double headline, and you guys are the main headline act. And I just want to say this. Which part of the world has the best women? I mean, in my personal opinion, I reckon the European women are the best. Not downgrading of any of the Australian girls down here, but you guys really do love Australia. You've been here so many times over the course of your career. But in your honest opinion, I know Satchel has a different opinion, but your honest opinion, who has the most beautiful woman in the world?
That's not a fair question. Because, here's why. Because there are hot girls everywhere. But there's also ugly girls everywhere. Like, Australia has some fucked up looking girls. But it has insanely beautiful girls. Like, for real, I don't think that there's any one place that has the hottest chicks. There are just hot chicks sprinkled all over the globe.
Yeah, it's true. Because my partner is...
Yeah,
it's true. I mean, I've been to Canada, and the women over there are beautiful. I've been to Seattle.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, the only ugly woman I've probably seen is Debbie. I mean, she had boobs like watermelons and breasts like rotten eggs, and she was a friend of Jenny Craig, but you just turn out the lights.
She was bad.
You just turn off the lights and you don't even get to see her anymore.
You know what? You are a fan, and I appreciate that.
I truly am. I mean, this is a bucket list interview. I mean, like I said before, nothing's off topic. This is unedited. I am not held responsible for what is said here. So for anybody that's under the age of 12 or whatnot, blame your mother and dad. No, don't blame your mother and dad. Get them to listen to Steel Panther because they might get educated in something.
There you go.
But I want to ask Stix, what got you into drumming in the first place? I mean, I know we had a talk on the last headline tour outside the Adelaide theatre where you played about you going to Gene Simmons' house, and also fast forward that, you've been on the KISS cruise just recently last year, but I want to ask a bit more of a drumming question. What got you into drumming in the first place?
You know what? When I was in grade 3, I went over to my friend's house, and he had a drum set. And I saw it, and I picked up the drumsticks, and I started hitting the drums, and the light went on, and I was like, this is what I'm going to do. And from that point in time, all I wanted to do was hit the drums and play the drums. And so it wasn't a band necessarily or an artist as much as the actual just drum set itself and the sounds that it made. And I just remember thinking to myself, this is it. This is the shit right here. Fuck everything else.
Yeah. I mean, there's been so many thrills in the career of Steel Panther and that, and like you played in England, you brought out the first live DVD, British Invasion. Then you brought out All You Can Eat, and you did a bit of a complimentary live DVD from the last time you were in Australia on the headline tour. Then you came back out for Soundwave in 2015. You done a bit of a sideshow with Slash. Now, was there any type of speculation that even Satchel and Slash could have had a guitar jam together on that stage when you played in Melbourne and Sydney together?
No, there was never I mean, we've been friends with Miles for a long time, and I know Todd and Brent and a couple of other guys in Slash's band. And that was actually not the first time. That was like the second or third time that I met Slash, and he was always very, very cool. But I mean, I think they were focused on what they came to do. We were focused on what we came to do. I don't think that a jam was ever discussed, to be honest.
Mm. And it was a great night. I mean, I travelled over to Melbourne, and it was an absolutely awesome night. I mean, what isn't an awesome night saying Steel Panther or Slash or any of the rock metal type of bands out there? I mean, I'm still waiting to see Autograph come to Australia. I don't think they've been to Australia in years. I mean, I know you guys covered a song, Turn Up the Radio, from Autograph early in your career as well, and I'm still waiting for Autograph to come back out to Australia. Especially the Scorpions, who'd never been to Australia before. I mean, you done Rock You Like a Hurricane as well. So, but I want to ask a question. I know some fans might not know the answer to this, but if you really did pay attention to the very first single that was released off All You Can Eat, Party Like the End of the World, if you watch the extended version of it, there's a bit of a song played in the background when the party was going on. Now, this is like a type of an Easter egg type of thing. You really had to pay attention. There's another single of All You Can Eat that was played while Party Like Tomorrow at the End of the World was played. Was that thrown in purposely, or was that thrown in to give a hint of another single that will be on the album? Because I know what the single is. I'm pretty sure it's Glory Hole that was played in the background. But was that thrown in? Was that thrown in as a hint, like give it a bit of a tease, or was that thrown in purposely?
No, I think it was just thrown in because it fit the vibe.
Yeah.
You know, I think it was just it wasn't intentional. It was, just kind of like, it just fit the vibe of that portion of the video, so we threw it in. Yeah.
Because that wasn't even released as a single yet. I mean, we didn't even know what other singles will be on the album at that point when the first single got released. And I paid close attention. There was a little bit of a single behind it, a bit of a tease in the background when the party was going on. So that was a bit of...
That's good.
That was a bit of a spoiler. Not many people know that.
That's really observant. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, we're coming up to our end of our 15, but I've got one last question, Stix. If there's anything you'd like to say off topic or anything to the fans down under, what would you like to say to them?
I would like to tell all the fans from Australia how much that we appreciate them and how fucking excited we are to come rock, because every single time we come to Australia, we throw it down, and you guys always come to party. And I'm just very, very excited to come rock.
Yeah.
And, you know, put together this show, and there could be a little surprise element of the show that we may be visiting Lexi's mom's garage in the middle of the show. I'm not sure.
I've got to say thanks to my partner again for allowing me to go to Steel Panther again, because I know I've been getting a bit of hate from her since I've met her, but hey, we're all in the family. All in the family. But I'll be
All
there.
in the family, man. Tell your lady I said thank you.
No worries. Well, you take care, and we cannot wait till July for you guys to come down, and man, it's going to be an absolute blast, and I'll be there seeing you guys for the 1000th time, and I cannot wait.
Awesome, Jamie. Thanks, bro. Take care.
No worries. You take care, man. Take care. Bye.
Okay, bye.